Folks, welcome to another daily reading. I have the Light Seers Tarot here with me today, and I've laid your cards out in a Celtic cross. Your first card, the central theme, is unhappiness. The sun is in reverse. This is something that's been coming through a long time, and it might be a form of depression that you're dealing with. And we'll talk more about why that might be going on here in just a second. But I can definitely see how a lack of balance is contributing to how unhappy that you might feel. There might be a situation at home or in the public that is bothering you deeply right now, and it's just put you in a deep funk that you can't seem to get away from. With Temperance pointing towards the future, I wonder if there isn't some need for balance to be brought into the future. And coming from the past, this is your past card. This is Judgment in reverse. The universe wanted you to spiritually up-level yourself. Change fundamentally the way that you think about yourself or about the situation. Change the way that you feel about it, what you do about it, and also change how it fundamentally affects your material comfort. Pentacles energy. So on multiple levels, there was something that was missed here, and now you're just in a deeply unhappy state. And part of that is that the universe wants to reestablish balance coming from this past situation. This might mean that you have to respond to the call that you missed out on. Maybe you didn't intentionally reject the opportunity. Nevertheless, the opportunity was missed, but that doesn't mean that it is permanently missed. You can pick this up again. The universe is offering you this opportunity right now. The question is, will you accept it? Now, this is interesting. You have quite a few major arcana cards here, especially in your cross. Your central theme is the sun, and it's in reverse. With Temperance, that's pointing towards the future, and that's seeing things for how they truly are and not allowing society or your friends or your romantic partner to occlude your vision. You can see clearly with this particular card. That's if you choose to bring balance to your situation. If you don't bring balance to your situation now, in the future, you're not going to be able to see as clearly as you might. This is you needing to notice that you missed an opportunity in the past and that you're choosing to take this opportunity now to change whatever it may be about your situation. I wonder if this isn't somebody rejecting their inner child when it comes to nourishing, taking care of, and even occasionally indulging their inner child. There is a significant amount of research that's gone into how our inner children and our inner adults work together. And right here, you're giving much more weight to your inner adult than you are to your inner child. In order to live the happiest, most well-adjusted version of your life, both your inner child and your inner adult need to be working together right now. I wonder if your past opportunity wasn't to bring your inner child in alignment with your inner adult and to nourish your inner child and not reject it for being sometimes a little bit more emotionally immature than your inner adult, maybe enjoying what the great outdoors has to offer. Maybe you haven't enjoyed nature in a while. You haven't enjoyed playing with video games, with art, with whatever it may be. This is someone who wants to play with stuff the way they did when they were a kid, but they don't want to. And I can kind of see how with Temperance being your crossing energy, that might be something that you can bring back into balance here. You have to choose it, though. You can't just go on ignoring it, because I see that you're deeply unhappy with your current situation. You feel like you missed out on something. You regret missing out on whatever this may be, this judgment card in reverse. The universe gave you a chance to become something different, something that resembles your best and highest self. And it was missed, this one opportunity, but it won't always be this way. Subconsciously, I wonder if you haven't lost faith in the universe to take care of you, both your inner adult and your inner child, and I wonder why there isn't some issues to do right here with unifying both entities. You've lost faith in the universe. You don't trust it to take care of you if you allow your inner child to have some leeway, even rule the day, if you will. I'm thinking of some schools that allow one elementary school student to be principal for a day. That's kind of the image that I'm getting. Is there a way that you can allow your inner child to rule for a day and you do stuff that your inner child would absolutely love? Maybe that's go-karts for the day. I don't know. It's going to be different for everybody, isn't it? This is your advice position. This is the Three of Wands. You've got some results coming in that you're probably not going to be thrilled about, that you weren't expecting to see. You were expecting to see different results for all your hard labor that you've invested into whatever this adult would appreciate, but doesn't make your inner child happy. In your environment card, you've got the Three of Cups, and it's in reverse. You may not have that many friends. In fact, you might consider yourself to be kind of antisocial. Like you may tell people, oh, I just hate being around people, or I hate people, for instance. And I understand we all go through phases where a lot of us go through phases where we say exactly that. This might be where you need to take care of your introvert aspect, and if it's being exhausted by having to be out in the public sphere and doing stuff in such a way that makes your inner adult happy but not your inner child, yeah, you're going to be drained. I can see that, and you're not going to want to be around people. Coming into this particular energy might mean tapping into your inner child and having adult play dates. Take that as it resonates. Maybe you go to your local putt-putt course. I don't know. You have fun with them. You go to your local go-kart course. You have fun with some friends. Definitely, I'm seeing the need that you need to loosen up, and that your inner adult needs to have a break. So, in your future, you're going to be able to see clearly that these aren't the results that you want. And in spite of all the hard work that you've done, in spite of you trying so hard to be a grown-up, a grown-ass adult, seeing clearly that these aren't the results that you want, in spite of being told that this is the right thing that you should be doing, that's going to contribute to strength. This is your outcome card. You can become strong through these particular circumstances. It didn't have to be this way, but it can still be a way for you to emotionally and spiritually mature into that aspect of yourself that integrates both your inner child and your inner adult. Society is going to tell us to work our asses off, to hustle and all that stupid stuff, be your own girl boss, that kind of thing. And that's not untrue per se, but for a lot of people, it doesn't satisfy at the end of the day if inner child and inner adult, spiritual maturity, emotional maturity, if those aren't being satisfied, there's going to be a hollow feeling there that's not going to go away until we do get into our best and highest selves. Maybe that's integrating inner child and inner adult. Maybe that's doing something different. But ultimately, if we're not trying for our best and highest selves, we're going to not be happy with what's coming in. Being honest with ourselves that this isn't what we wanted and that we can still course correct is ultimately what brings us strength to face more difficult situations in the future. In your hopes and your fears, I feel like you're the kind of person to feel like you feel too deeply. Like you don't like people to see you cry. You hide that from other people. And emotional sensitivity is hard because this world mistakes vulnerability and kindness for weakness. And that might be exactly the kinds of people that you're around. Maybe you are antisocial, or maybe you're around people who don't appreciate kindness and vulnerability and see it instead as weakness. With this card, you're encouraged to be around people who do appreciate vulnerability and kindness, and who are also vulnerable and are also kind, and who have a more balanced understanding of society's demands for adults. Being so-called grown-up isn't all that it's banged up to be, all that it's blown up to be, and sometimes the best thing we can do is ignore what society says about being a grown-ass adult and pick our own version of being an adult, and it's going to look different for everybody. Being conformist sucks sometimes just as much as it is comfortable. Being a nonconformist sucks sometimes, but the freedom is absolutely worth it. People may look at you weird, whatever, fuck them. You're probably not going to see them ever again to begin with. But what can you do to feed your best and highest self? What can you do to feed the connection between your inner child and your inner adult? It doesn't always have to be this way. Just as easily, you can invite another opportunity from the universe to change who it is and change who you are, is what I should say. Change who you are to be the best version of yourself. It doesn't have to be this way. You don't always have to miss opportunities like this. You can just as easily catch them, but acting on them is a different matter altogether, and I acknowledge that it's hard sometimes. Okay, folks, that is all, nothing more. I'm going to close out this reading, and I wish you the best of the rest of your day. Take care.